Aditya Patil, course MCA first year, SRN 3124078 Division A, subject Python. Object-oriented programming. Object-oriented programming aims to implement real-world entities like inheritance, hiding, polymorphism, etc. in programming. The main aim of OOP is to bind together the data and the functions that operate on them so that no other part of the code can access this data except that function oops concept. OOP's concept class object data abstraction encapsulation inheritance. Key principles of OOP. First, encapsulation in object-oriented programming. Encapsulation is one of the most essential principles of object-oriented programming, and it helps to use an entity called a class which contains attribute and methods. Second, abstraction in object-oriented programming. Abstraction is used to simplify the complex working of a class or method by hiding unnecessary detail and only highlighting the important details at the forefront. It helps users to interact with the system properly without worrying about how everything is working here. Third, polymorphism in object-oriented programming. Polymorphism in OOP is one of the most important concepts in object-oriented programming. It is a method in OOP principles that tells that a class or entity occurs in different forms. Poly means many and morph means forms. Hence, polymorphism means to exist in many forms. Fourth, inheritance in object-oriented programming. Inheritance is one of the most important concept in object-oriented programming. It helps us to use the features and properties of an existing class in another class. The child class can use the feature of the parent class. It promotes code reusability. Python classes and objects. A class in Python is a user-defined template for creating object. It bundles data and functions together, making it easier to manage and use them. When we create a new class, we define a new type of object. We can then create multiple instances of this object type. Classes are created using class keyword. Attributes are variables defined inside the class and represent the properties of class. Attribute can be accessed using the dot operator. Example, my class dot my underscore attribute. Constructors in Python. In Python, a constructor is a special method that is called automatically when an object is created from a class. Its main role is to initialize the object by setting up its attributes or state. The method new is the constructor that creates a new instance of the class, while init is the initializer that sets up the instance attributes after creation. These methods work together to manage object creation and initialization. Class method, static method, instance method in Python. Three important types of method in Python are class method, static method, and instance method. Each serves a distinct purpose and contributes to the overall flexibility and functionality of object-oriented programming in Python. Inheritance in Python. Inheritance is a fundamental concept in OOP that allows a class called a child or derived class to inherit attributes and method from another class called a parent or base class. Conclusion. Object-oriented programming OOP is a powerful paradigm that helps you write cleaner, more organized and reusable code by structuring programs around classes and objects. Python makes OOP simple and intuitive with its readable syntax and built-in support for encapsulation, hiding internal details, inheritance, code reuse, polymorphism, same interface, different behavior, abstraction, simplifying complex system.